Peace, fam. Peace, peace. Um, I don't normally do videos like this, but I've been waiting for this Snoop Dogg and Jayda interview to come out so that I could put my 2 cents in this thing. I just want to put my 2 cents in this. I'm not here to argue. I don't really care about your opinion and nothing like that. I'm just going to voice my opinion about the whole thing. Um, I am and was a big Kobe fan. And when I first saw, a friend of mine sent me the Gayle interview on Twitter with Gayle and Lisa Leslie. And let me backtrack. Let me backtrack before I get into that. The thing that we got to realize, family, we got to look at who the real enemy is. And the real enemy is not necessarily between the black man, the black woman. That's not it. That's not it. The shit is bigger than that. All right. The enemy, if you will, and I won't even give them that much credit, but that's just a name for lack of better terms, uh, is media. I mean, it's the media, right? So let me get back to the beginning so I can say it all the way through to the end so I can get this shit off my chest. When I saw the video with Gayle and Lisa Leslie, and she asked a question about the dismissed case with Kobe, I was like, literally, this is how I look. Like, is she really asking that? Like, why would she ask that? Okay. So then the interview gets circulated, and Gayle comes out and says that she needed to talk to CBS because they never cleared it with her to release the interview. First thing, you work for a company, you don't own that company. They have the rights to do whatever they will with their intellectual property. So Gayle saying that had no way in on me. I was like, whatever. You should have never asked a question. Period. Okay. All right. So fast forward. She says that, she's gonna talk to them, whatever, whatever. They shouldn't have put the interview out, but she doesn't have any control over that. All right. You work for an establishment, you work for a company, you work for media that's owned by European Caucasian people who love to see the back and forth going with black people. All right. So the thing about it is, folks, is really what happens is these are rituals being played out on your energy. This is why I didn't even want to talk about this shit. Because I didn't want to give it any of my energy, but it's just been, I've been waiting on this Snoop and Jayda interview so that I can get this shit off my chest. Say it once and then I'm done. But your energy is being fed off of, period. Period. All of social media, all of social media is simply to extract your currency. What is your currency? Is your energy. Understand this. Understand who the real, in fact, overstand who the real enemy is. Okay, let me get back to the timeline. So then Snoop comes out after I think a day later after that interview or whatever, like the next morning after the interview with Gayle and Lisa. Snoop in his feelings. Kobe was his boy. He in his feelings. He just woke up. He probably had, whatever his ritual is for the morning. He ain't done none of that. He just grabbed a phone, saw this shit, and went straight from his emotions. Okay. First and foremost, that lets you know a lot of people are running around here and they don't have emotional discipline. They allow external things to control their emotions. I'm not going to say I'm perfect and I've never had an emotional flare up. That's ridiculous. We all have. That's what it is. But if you are a person that is really focused in on your spiritual fortitude, you're going to ensure that you don't say words where you have to come back and then apologize for those words. Okay? That's just me. Now, I appreciate the fact. Okay, well let me get into this. I'm all over the damn place. Let me get into this. So he called her. Here's the thing that I took an issue with. I wasn't offended as far as being a black woman. I wasn't offended as far as being a woman. I wasn't offended on that level. The thing that I thought about when Snoop called the woman a funky dog head bitch, I was like, yo, if that would have been like my grandmother, I would have had, I'd have to pull up, because, it's my grandmother, it's somebody's grandmother. Does it take away from the fact of what she did? No, it doesn't. Does it take away from the fact that she was insensitive, with the questioning or even asking a question in the first place? It's a dismissed case. No, it doesn't. But again, he reacted out of emotions, and I get it. I get it. I definitely get it. But so it's two sides to this thing. Again, you got the media playing in on this. That's really narrating this whole thing again to why? To suck your currency, to suck your energy, right? So they're narrating this whole thing. Oh, now it's all black men disrespectful to black women, and just blowing it up, blowing it up, blowing it up, blowing it up, blowing it up. I didn't take offense in that manner from what he said. I took offense in the fact that you know uh, this is an older woman. It could have been my grandmother, or my mother, or somebody like that. But I didn't take what he said to be like he's just totally disrespectful, because I don't listen to his music, so I don't know his music. I don't know. Some people were saying, that's the way he is, that's the way he talks. I don't know. I don't get offended when people say certain words if those words don't identify me, because I know who I am. I'm a fucking goddess. So no one can identify me but me, right? Period. Period. End of story. So I don't get offended. If people use bitch, hoe, this, that, blah, 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 blah in their music, ain't got nothing to do with me, because that's not me. You're not describing me. you know? All right. So then he came back and apologized, which was good. I felt like he did owe her an apology for the words that he chose to use, not for the fact that he had emotions about his homie. Okay, so I just watched the Jayda thing and Snoop, and this is where me and Jayda, we kind of differ as far as our take on it, because she said when she heard what Snoop said that she felt like it was an attack on her, her mother, and her daughter. I didn't get those feelings. I didn't get those same feelings. Like I said, the only thing that I was kind of raising the eyebrow about, I was like, yo, if that would have been, somebody in my family, my grandmother, my mother, me and Snoop would have had problems, because that was disrespectful, right? But I didn't feel like it was an overall attack on black women or women in general. I didn't get that. Um, but she says she did, which everyone, has their say so and their perspective and all of that, and I respect it all. Um, what's the next thing I wanted to say? All right. So that's the whole timeline, right? Okay. So here's what here's what is really important for us to do. See, we get caught up in the bullshit, we get caught up in the minutia, and we get caught up in this narrative that's being created by other people that don't look like you, that want to feed off of your currency, i.e., your energy. We get caught up. We get so deep into it where we're not able to see it from a bird's eye view. All right. So who's really to blame? Well, first of all, I would definitely blame Gayle for even asking the question from the get-go. But first and foremost, the media is the actual culprit in this whole scenario. And that's usually what it is all the time. It's the media. It's the media, right? That's who the issue is. That's who you should take issue with, right? And then if you look at social media is it is a platform, and I don't care who you're talking about, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, uh, any of them, all of them, they are designed, their intent feeds off of negativity. Their entire business model, their entire platform feeds off of negativity. Understand that. And then you ain't got to worry about getting caught up in the bullshit because you already know what it is. You already know what it is. All right. So, am I mad at Snoop? No. Am I mad at Gayle? No. Because at the end of the day, me giving energy towards any of that stuff is taking energy away from me. And the reason why I'm doing this video, and I thought about it a couple of times, like, no, no, don't do that shit. Don't even get caught up in that bullshit. It's just I just had to. It was just on me. I was just like, just talk about it, get it off your chest, keep it moving. All right. But what we have to remember is, what are you here to do? What are you here to do? That's the real question. You might say, Queen, what you talking about? What am I here to do? Why the hell are you on earth? That's what you need to be thinking about. See, when you get so caught up in the bullshit, you forget all about your spiritual fortitude. You forget all about your spiritual prowess. And you get so deep into the bullshit in the narrative, and you're just like, what am I doing? Remember, what are you here to do? And focus in on that. Stay locked in on that. All this other stuff that is designed to distract you, to extract your energy, to extract your currency, right? That is the model of social media, and especially between black folks, because we got the melanin and the carbon, so that energy is high frequency. It's high frequency, baby, and you got folks out there that want to absorb that. They want to absorb that. All right, so keep that in mind as you're on Facebook and reposting shit that may not even be true, right? That may not even be true. That may be set up to, again, extract your currency. Think about it. And then think about what your overall mission is. Why are you here? Why are you here? Think about it. Hey, that's it. I got it off my chest. I'm good. Peace out.